Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do another pick a card, and it's going to be a relatively short video, but we have pile 1 and pile 2, and the question that we're going to be asking today is, how do you inspire others? How do you inspire the people around you? So go ahead and take a second to choose your piles. What we're going to do here, I have these oracle cards that we'll go over. I haven't seen them. I did see one of the cards here that flipped upwards. It was this card here, so I already know which that card is. But whatever the other ones are, I don't know. So we'll see. And then at the end, I'll pull a couple tarot cards, and then that'll be it. So yeah, let's jump into this. Pile 1 and pile 2. So let's get some spray for our protection. Holy Spirit, whoever's with us, ancestors, angels, spirit guides of the piles 1 and pile 2. I was going to say the collective, so maybe some of you are drawn to both piles, I don't know. But oh my gosh, I just had a brain fart, sorry. Angels, ancestors, Holy Spirit, spirit guides of these 2 piles, please come through in their highest light for their highest good. Anything that is not sent in their favor, we cast it back out. And let's just jump into this. So pile 1, 135. Let me write that down. Where's my pen? Oh, here it is. So I already got a few things for your guys' pile here. So for some of you, this is just clarification, confirmation, whatever it needs to be. That I'm just giving the message that was coming through to me, okay? I don't know why, but I got the image. Did you guys ever see that movie Blue Crush? It's like a surfer movie with Kate Bosworth and Michelle Rodriguez, and I don't remember the other actresses in it, but basically about surfing. So there might be something here where you either live next to water or you grew up around water, or some of you, I don't know if this is pile 1 or pile 2, because Iowa, the state Iowa, was coming out like a lot, so I don't know if that has any relevance to either pile, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. But you could live, now you could live next to the ocean, or even like, I'm getting, I don't know why Baywatch is coming through. Maybe some of you have like a vested interest in Pamela Anderson. I know she just recently, didn't she like put out a book or something? I don't know. Or maybe your name's Pamela, or your name is Kate, or Michelle. Or you like to surf, or again, like you live next to the beach, or you have like sun bleached hair, or you just bleached your hair, or you've been thinking about bleaching your hair. You could be 44. Or the number 44 could be significant to you, that or 444. Also got foodie. So you might be like a foodie, or someone who like really loves, like if you take pictures of your food, or you love cooking, or you watch like recipes, or you just love experimenting with ingredients. Because like I'm seeing someone just like, they really are into food, right? Like maybe you're someone who also takes yourself out. This could be what inspires people, because I know we were just doing this for kind of clarification, but what's coming through is, because I was going to save these for what inspires others, or how you inspire others. But for some of you, your cooking could like be very, like you might inspire people to cook, or if you do like meal prep or something like that, I don't know, you inspire other people to do that, or you are on like a, like you have like a certain lifestyle, I feel like, that is very admirable to others. Like you kind of inspire people to think outside of the box with the way that they live their life. I feel like you love to cook, or this is something like a skill that you are learning, or you've been interested in learning, because I feel like you'd actually be really good at it if you, I'm really just getting like foodie, like cooking, chef, like, I don't know, I'm even seeing like Gordon Ramsay, I don't know. Like I just feel like maybe you guys grew up with like a mom and pop restaurant. I don't know. There's something here where food is involved, or maybe you just really love food, which I cannot blame you. Food's delicious. So let's just jump into this. God, take a shot how many times I fucking say that. First one, how do you inspire others? Season of the Witch. Ooh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so we're starting off strong here. So you guys are extremely intuitive. Oh, we are the weirdos, mister. Maybe some of you just watched The Craft, or The Craft has some type of significance here. Maybe you're like a natural, what's coming through is like a natural witch here. I don't know if you're someone who, I don't think, the energy that's coming through is like you are a natural witch here. Like, you know, in the movie, I forgot the main character's name. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you guys have ever seen The Craft, you know that the main character, she comes off a little bit more reserved, more quiet. She's definitely has been through, what was it that happened? It was her mom that had passed during childbirth, I think. And, let me close this window, hold on. Her mom passed during childbirth, and her mom was a very strong practitioner as well. So there could be something here, though, like your lifestyle. Again, this is like, you might work with water, or you might be very in touch with water, or you might be a, I'm hearing sea witch. I don't know, like ocean. I don't know if you work with like the ocean, or you are just like a water baby. Maybe you're a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or it's in your main three. But there's something here, like you guys, the way you inspire others is the way that you go about your craft. Because the way that, even see how she's in the circle there, she's doing the incantation, she's doing the work here. What does it even say here on it? Let me read. I drink to my sisters and ask for the ability to love myself more. Blessed be. Okay, so you're definitely, how you inspire others is you have so much self-love and self-respect that it is so visible to other people, even strangers. I feel like there's this glow about you, there's this radiance, because you have this, I'm getting, oh my gosh, you know, in The Shine, or The Shining, or even Dr. Sleep, right, with Ewan McGregor, they talk about the shine here. So you guys are definitely very in tune. You're very intuitive here. You have a natural gift. You are a psychic. You're literally a psychic. I don't know what this is. Like there's mediumship here, because in Dr. Sleep, Danny, right? Danny Terrence, he had the ability to see spirits. So there could be something here. You're psychic and a medium, psychic medium. And you inspire others through, maybe you help others. Maybe there's certain things that you say that you intuitively pick up, maybe about people's loved ones or their situations, or just like you tell people exactly what they need to hear in that moment. And I feel like some of you guys don't even realize that. Like, it's such a natural, it's so natural to you, like you don't even realize you're channeling. Like, honestly, this is what's coming through. Like, you are so strong in your abilities and your intuition, and just like this natural gift that you have. And I do feel like you are a practitioner, but if you're not, I feel like this is something like you kind of do things that feel right to you. You don't follow a strict, what I'm seeing here is you don't follow like a strict guideline. You don't follow rule book. You don't follow like a certain practice. Maybe you could also be like an eclectic witch, or, right? That's eclectic, is like the multiple, you kind of take, there's things that you take here and there. So I think that's what people realize about you, is that you're so like, there's so many different parts of you that people can relate to, and you have a way of speaking to people and kind of channeling what they need to hear in that moment. Let's see what else. Sweetheart. Yes, I'm telling you, you are literally someone who is definitely a sweetheart. You may have been described as a sweetheart. There could have been something that happened in 2012 You inspire people just by your kind-heartedness. And, ooh, look at, you might also be very, it's like something here with the inner child, or people think, hold on. People think you have like a childlike spirit to you. I think that's also one of the things that inspires others, is that you have this, like, it says here, unconditional love as well. You don't have conditions with your love, in the sense that if you're helping someone, you're going to help them. You know, you are going to put boundaries where they need to be, but I feel like you, again, tying into that like natural gift that you have, you know when to invest into a person. You know when to invest energy, and when to, it's like you can tell. I feel like you have enough experience over the past here that you kind of know where to put, what basket to put your eggs in. And you could be someone who is expecting, or you're very inspirational to a lot of like new mothers or single mothers here, or even just parents in general. I'm getting more of a feminine energy though, so I feel like this is more, you're definitely inspiring to a lot of younger women. Indulgence. Yes. Okay, so you take care of yourself. You do. That's like what inspires people, is you know how much you are valuable, you know your worth, and you're not afraid to take time off for yourself. You're not afraid to you know, if you need to go to the spa, if you need a day for yourself, if you want to go on a retreat, like a girls trip, like you are the person, you're that friend to be like, let's go do this. Or maybe you're the person that even plans the trip. Let me see here though, because I feel like you're also inspiring to people through your balance. Because I'm seeing here with like couples, friendship. So maybe if you're in a relationship and you know how to balance like spending time with your partner, you know how to balance spending time with your friends. You're not one of those people who, as soon as you get into a relationship, everything else becomes, you know, it just goes away. No, you know exactly your worth, you know your priorities, and just because there's someone in your life that, you know, you share romantic feelings towards, and you know they share romantic feelings towards you, you're not going to put your entire life on hold, and you're not going to revolve your entire world around this person. And the same goes with friends. You're not someone who, you know, this might be bad to say, but I feel like you're someone who knows where to put these boundaries up. Because if you have a friend who is going through a breakup, let's say, and say they've gone through this breakup like twice already with the same person, if they call you for a third time at like 2 in the morning crying because they're again having troubles with this same partner that they've already been dealing with and they just haven't cut ties with, first of all, I honestly don't think you're the friend to tell people what they want to hear. I also don't think that you would be the one to let them know exactly, like if they asked for advice, you're not going to sugarcoat it. You're not going to hold back, so to speak. This is something where you're inspiring because you're kind of cutthroat. I don't know how that ties in with inspiring, but I feel like your friends, like the friends that you do have, they appreciate like your kind of, I don't want to say ruthlessness, but they appreciate your honesty with them. And again, you're not going to pick up that call at 2 a.m. if you're exhausted. So, you know, you work 6 days straight, you're exhausted, you're tired, you're resting, and you see you know, your friend calling again, and you know that it's like you've seen text messages that this person, they're going through some stuff, and they say, oh, I'm gonna call you. You're not gonna pick up the phone. You're just not. You're gonna go back to bed, and you're gonna be like, okay, you both are grown adults. You're a grown woman, you're a grown man. Obviously, if you haven't been able to resolve this situation the last 2 times, I'm not going to be able to help you. You know what I mean? Like, this is more like you're very, I'm so sorry I keep saying, I don't know, whatever. You're kind of ruthless. I'm just going to say it. Like, you're kind of like straight to the point. You don't mess around. You don't mess around. But that is inspiring to people because they kind of wish that they could kind of have that certain energy or be quick to cut people off in that sense. But this is more of a it's like the energy. It's not so much of like your actions that you do, because I don't think that you take aggressive actions towards anyone, but this is like you have such a demanding presence. You are, if you've seen that movie Blue Crush, the character that Michelle Rodriguez plays, she is so like, she's a good friend, but she tells her, the main character who's going gaga over a guy. Oh my God, that ties in. Yeah, she tells the main character who's going over gaga over a guy. She's like, dude, and listen, I don't remember the plot too much from this movie, but I feel like I remember a part being like, where she says something to her friend, like, dude, get it together. Like, you know, your priority here, like, because the main character, she's trying to beat a record, right? She's trying to surf this like huge, deadly wave. But she, you know, ends up having this guy, I think it's like a football player, because she's like a maid. And so she's working at this hotel. And then these group of football players come in. And then she ends up, I don't want to say falling in love, because I don't think they fall in love. But there is definitely a thing that goes on between them. Towards the end of the movie, well, spoiler alert. I mean, it's an old ass movie. But a spoiler alert that the end of the movie, it's not so much the focus of the romance, at least that's what I took away from it. It was, she really got her shit together by the end, because she had to have a wake-up call. It was like, get your shit together. Like, are you going to be going after this guy, or are you going to be going after your dreams? Like, this is how I feel that you talk to, I feel like this is how you talk to your friends, and it's kind of like, it lights the fire under their ass. Like, that, they really like that about you. It's like, it's inspirational. Like, they want to have that same energy. You also got adventure. So again, this could tie in, like, you are an adventurous person. People love that you have a sense of adventure, or maybe you even turn situations into adventure. It's like you like to take charge, because like, control came out as well. These cards fell, so I already saw what they were. But you guys might also have Leo in your chart. But there's something here where it's like you release control. You release it. You kind of go where the wind blows you, is what I feel like. Especially that this says 0. Like, look at that. It's like a brand new start. Like, you are always open for new starts. You're always open for new adventures. You're open to take risks. You might be an adrenaline junkie, or it could resonate that that's how you were in the past. I don't know. Some of you might be 47 or 21. Some of you might also be 33. I don't know why that was coming up, but 33 could also be significant. Capricorn is also coming up right now. It says, if you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. Yeah, so you're definitely, again, like I said, a little bit stern. But people inspire, like, they like that about you. You inspire others because you're no nonsense. Like, your friends can rely on the fact that you're not going to tell them what they want to hear. And they really do appreciate that about you. And the ones that don't, and they get pissed off and they leave, then, you know, that's just the trash taking itself out. I'm sorry, that was rude. It's not trash. Like, some people are just unhealed. But sometimes it can be trash energy. You know what I mean? And if you're in a cycle with someone where it's like you're constantly, what is the definition of insanity, right? It's like continuously doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You're not that, okay? You're just not. You're gonna try new things. If you fail 999 times, you're gonna try 1,000 times. Get Up 10, Cardi B's Get Up 10 is coming into mind. So it's like, knock me down 9 times, but I get up 10. The Judge, yes, you are this person that kind of, people see that you have such a strong, I don't want to say, I feel like moral compass isn't the right term, but it's like you have a strong sense of, what is the word? Because I don't want to say you're judgmental, you're not, but like your judgment is on point. Like people know that you do not come from like a biased perspective. They know that you come from the perspective of looking at all angles, all perspectives here. If there's like two people that are arguing, you know, you're the type of person that'd be like, okay, there's three sides to every story, your perspective, and the truth. So like, let's break it down. Let's go through and figure out how we're going to accomplish this, like resolve this conflict, right? You're that person. You could be a mediator. You could also be a middle child. Maybe you were a mediator for your family. I don't know if that resonates. Like, maybe that's kind of like a confirmation for some of you that this is your pile. I don't know if you're like a middle child or something, but that was coming through. And it says light attributes: balancing justice and compassion, managing fair distribution of power. Yes, so you are someone who is able to relinquish that control. You know, you're not you're not someone who has to take a situation and carve it to your reality. Like, I don't know how to word this. I'm so sorry. But you really just, you're just not controlling, okay? We're just gonna like say that. You're just not a controlling person, but you're firm. You're firm in your beliefs. You're firm in your stance. You're firm on making sure that people, like, there's fairness here, right? You don't like things to get out of control. And the only time you like things to get out of control is when we're all having fun, right? Having a good time. Like if you're out just like at the beach, you know, things can get, if you're a partier, maybe you like to party, and that's the type of out of control that you like. Which, you know, kudos to you. Have fun, babe, but be safe. But yeah, you inspire others just by you might also have like a kind of like a pinkish, peachy, salmony, I don't know, type of aura. I don't know, there's something light about you. Light, very feminine. You give very feminine. So there's something here where it's like, there's also, your femininity inspires others. Like maybe you take charge. Like, I mean, people probably see you, especially if this is like, if you have like a lot of women that look up to you, it's like they see that you can be soft, but also firm. You know what I mean? It's like you are not going to let societies or old stream media, like, you know how old movies and everything, femininity is always kind of like tied into weakness, or softness is always tied into weakness. Or it's like you either gotta be the mean bitch or you gotta be the soft, timid, never puts her foot down. No, you can be soft, you can be quiet, you can be, you know, doing your own thing, a little hermit, and still put your foot down. You know, it doesn't have to be this or that. You know, this is, you could be someone who is who comes off very feminine, someone who comes off like, maybe people think that, it's like if you see you, how you look versus when you open your mouth, like I feel like it's jarring to people. But again, tying it back to this question, that is what inspires them. It's like that you kind of rock people. Like you rock people's like beliefs in a sense, or you rock their like perspectives on certain things. And that's crazy because some of you might be drawn to pile 2, because I did write in pile 2 that people change their perspectives over you. So some of you might be drawn to that pile only if you were in the beginning. But yeah, so let's do a couple tarot cards real quick. What else inspires others of pile 1? So Holy Spirit, ancestors, spirit guides, angels of pile 1. I'm gonna try to shuffle this on camera. How do they inspire others? Ooh. Okay, let's see. Page of Wands. Again, you're just adventurous. You're curious. It's like you're wanting to you have like a lot of new ideas as well, like a lot of bright ideas. Or it's like I said, down 9 times, but I get up 10. And Knight of Pentacles. You are someone who people know that you take your time in where you invest certain things. Like I said earlier, it's like you don't, how do I word? Holy Spirit, how do I word this? It's not so much that you're closed off with others, And it's not so much that you're judgmental, but I feel like there have been situations in the past where you've had certain ideas ripped off you, and now you kind of move at a slower pace. So people admire and they are inspired by your pacing of certain things. I feel like even the way that you, I was gonna say keep quiet, but I feel like I was silenced just then. So not keep quiet. It's the way that you, I'm hearing pace. Pace yourself. The way you pace yourself. Maybe you give little details out as you go. So say if you're working on a project, or, you know, tying it back to Blue Crush or surfing, the surfing movie. How at the end where she had like this big competition thing that she was going to. In your situation, the way that you inspire others is that you don't ham it up. You don't talk it up. So if you were, so let's say you're a surfer, right? Or you're an artist or whatever. You have like a big thing coming up. There's something, an event or a creative project, or just like you just have something, save the date on the calendar, okay? You're not going to say all of everything that you're doing. You're not gonna just blab everything that you're doing to everyone. This is more of a controlled type of energy here. And maybe this is even where control comes into play, is maybe the control is what you speak and what information you're giving out. And I feel like people take notice of that. Like you leave them wanting more, you leave them curious, you leave them guessing. And it's kind of inspiring because they don't hear a lot of what you're saying. They don't hear that you're saying, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. They see it. They see the work. And even though it could be slow moving, I mean, you have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Even though you might be slow moving on certain things, it's like the result speaks for itself. And people notice that. So, all right. Awesome. Should we do one more card? Let's just do one more tarot card and that'll be it. Oh, I do. Oh, whoa. 2 of them came out, so I only want one. Just one, please. Just one. Oh, wait, hold on. This one is facing upright, so we're just going to put that back. It was the 9 of Cups. So again, people see you preparing your table. They see that you have a lot that's coming in for you through your hard work. Like they see it. It's not so much that, you know, they hear you talking about, oh, I have this coming in. Oh, I got that coming in. No, you inspire others because maybe you just give little things here and there, like a very small little reference to something that you're doing, but you're very humble. And you inspire just because like they can see the results. They see the freaking results. I feel like that's all I'm going to be saying. I feel like I got to close this reading because that's all I'm getting now. Is that you're just someone who is... Oh, you also bring a lot of familiarity to others. You might also have kids, or you could even be like working at a daycare, or maybe you used to do some type of like... Maybe you used to babysit a lot when you were younger, or you have younger siblings here. But I really feel like you are this childlike energy to you on top of this like mature, balanced, very... There's like this solidity to you as well. I don't know. It's so strange. It's a duality. Like your duality inspires people. There's so many different parts of you, but it really is, what it comes down to is the way that you make people feel comfortable because you're not biased. Like people feel like they can open up to you and can express themselves to you. And just your honesty, like your blunt honesty here. Like you make people feel comfortable even if you're sick. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I feel like you're the type of friend that people don't get too offended if you're being a little bit harsh, because like that's what they need to hear. Like you really tell people exactly what they need to hear in that moment. I'm not trying to give you a big head. I'm not trying to inflate your ego. But this is the energy this is giving me. That's what it's giving me. So yeah, that's all I'm getting for you guys. I do think that there is a lot more that you have that inspires others, but that was really the main thing that's coming through. You just really have a good head on your shoulders is what it feels like. Like you do the work, you put in the effort, even if it's mental. Like if you're working on yourself, like going to therapy or doing, you know, maybe you do the like journaling or stuff like that. I don't know, but it works. Even if you're going at a slow pace, don't let that stop you. Don't let that, you know, cause any kind of falter in your steps here, because I'm telling you, like, you really do have an impact on people. And if you feel like you're being too stern at times, or you feel like you're being rude, kind of just like sit back and be like, how was I being rude? Was I really being rude? Did they say that? Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're very reflective. You're introspective as well. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. I hope that was, I was gonna say helpful, but I guess it's not too helpful. It's just how you inspire others. Whatever. If that resonated, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you as a subscriber. If not, if you didn't like this reading, I don't know how you made it all the way to 31 minutes. But yeah. All right. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you guys are at. Stay healthy, blessed, safe, and I hope you're treated as you treat others. Bye. Okay. I almost just turned this off, so thank God I didn't. Pile 2. Pile 2. Where did I put your cards? Oh, okay, here they are. I'll put that away. Put this away. Da-na-na. Da-na-na-na. What? Why the hell is the flippin'? Isn't that from a sport? Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-da-da. Da-na-na-na. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Is that football or NFL? I don't know. Are some of you into the NFL? Or you know someone who's really into NFL? I do not watch NFL, so that definitely has to do with some of y'all, because whatever. Anyway, pile 2, we're at 3242. Okay, let me write this down. Oh my gosh, I lost my pen again. How did I do that? Oh, here it is. This is a mess. This reading is a mess. Should I post this? Whatever, yeah, I'm gonna post it. Alrighty, pile 2. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Some of you might be coming from pile 1. If so, hello again. So the things I got for you guys was, and this is just like confirmation that this is your pile, or we could tie this into how you inspire others. I don't know. I got spicy. I don't know if that means spicy food or you got a spicy personality. But spicy was coming up. Also, social media was coming up. So I don't know if you do something like on social media, or you just have like a big social media presence, whether that be with public or whether that be with like family, friends, whatever. You do have an audience. I feel like, I do feel like that is kind of inspiring to people, because you might have taken some type of risk. Like maybe you are, even if it's something small, okay? And maybe something extremely small where you maybe got out of your comfort zone, and maybe you put your account, maybe you changed it from private to unprivate. I don't know. Make sure you only do that if you want to, okay? Because not everyone needs to have access to you if you don't want them to. Okay? Like that's, you don't owe anyone your energy. But we also got, I was also getting the lyrics, cash, 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 did I go cash, cash? So it's like you bring the cash, you bring the money. So you inspire people by, honestly, the way you've been raking in the money. I don't know if it's like you started your own social media thing. Maybe you have a side hustle. Maybe you have like a business. Maybe you are an entrepreneur. Maybe you do, like, you opened up your own shop, or maybe you are starting your own, I don't know why I was getting the image of like nails. Maybe you design nails or you sell nails or something like that. Lucky Charms also came into I also channeled Lucky Charms for some reason. So I don't know if it's like you love Lucky Charms or that's like a really tasty food to you. I know some people always say that Lucky Charms, like marshmallows, is like the best part and the rest is like cat food. I like Lucky Charms, but or you could be this also makes me think of, obviously, Irish. You could have Irish ancestry here, or there's something tied with February. Maybe your birthday is in February, or there's a specific date that has some type of sentimental value to you in February. But yeah, you inspire others. I even got the lyric from Britney Spears' song Lucky, where it says she's so lucky she's a star. But underneath that, I feel like people don't really understand or notice that. So people might be seeing like a lot of like, maybe you've been putting in a lot of hard work and have been seeing, you know, results to that. But others don't see the hard work and they just see the results. And it's like, they're like, oh, that is so easy. I could do that. And it's like you inspire them in that way, but you're like, oh, this takes a little bit of work. Just to let you know, it's a little bit of work. She's a star. Stress. I also got stress here. So there's something, I feel like you guys kind of, I'm hearing premonition. I was going to say intuition, but premonition. Maybe you guys kind of have like good foresight. But it also feels like it could be a burden at times. Like I feel like this is you inspire others. Ooh. I was going to say this feels more like a do. Like you do. What does that mean? You do? Because I'm hearing that in my head over and over again. You do. Yeah, you do. You do. I don't know if you asked a question right now, but I'm hearing, yeah, you do. You do. Okay, so moving on. I also got gossiping. So I don't know if people like to come to you a lot for the tea, they like to gossip, or you are a hot topic amongst others. You are the topic of gossip, or there's certain things here that you kind of know that people don't know how you know. If that makes sense. I'm so sorry. I wish I could articulate way better than I do, but it just is what it is. But you kind of, I know this is supposed to be about inspiring people, but I'm also getting an energy here where you kind of scare people. Like you kind of scare people, like they feel like you're kind of this genius, or not even genius, but you are unstoppable. You're intimidating because you don't let people tell you what to do. You don't let people tell you how to believe. You don't let people tell you what your dreams are. You don't let people tell you. I feel like this is something like if you do have like a social media presence here, maybe there have been people who tried to humble you before and you're just like, no. You're like, I know what I'm about. I know what my message is, or I know how I am. I know who I am. You're not going to tell me who I am. I'm not going to take on the your insecurities that you're projecting onto me. I'm so sorry, but I'm just not going to take those. So I'm just going to return them to you. I don't know why this is coming off like this. Like, I feel like you are so knowing. Like, there's a knowing to you. Because I also got like hanged man energy, and it says hung up on you. Someone had their perspective about you changed. I feel like, and I also wrote down here that you said something to someone that had them kind of, did I say shifting or shitting? Obviously it should be shifting, But it's like you scared them. Like, I feel like you said something to someone that made them almost shit their pants. I don't know. Did you figure, like, you must be so intuitive, because with gossip here, maybe you like revealed a cheater or something. I don't know. Without even having like the evidence, it's like you had a feel, you had a know, you had a knowing. Okay? And maybe there's something here, like you inspire others because it's like you... Ooh. I'm so sorry, you guys. I feel like this reading for your pile is getting taken over by like this one energy that is really intimidated by you, but they're also like, it's like not a bad thing. I saw 40-40, so it's like they do like, it's like they want to mirror you in a way. I also got dipping into your funds. So I think there could also be something here with the way that you spend on yourself, or how you, like maybe you treat yourself. You inspire others by the way that you spend your money. Maybe you do it very smartly. Maybe you budget. Maybe you are able to go on trips. Maybe you are smart with your money. You just, again, you have this knowing. You're good at telling things ahead of time. So I don't know if you have like clairvoyance or claircognizance or something, but it's like you have a confidence to you, because it's like, so say if you were running late for work, okay, I'm just going to use an example. Say if you're running late to work and your boss calls you, they're really pissed off, and you know, they're upset that you're late. Well, you go, and this is a very extreme example, okay? So say you're headed to work, you're on your way there, and just ahead of you, there's a car crash that just happened on the exact same route that you take every single day. And you think to yourself like, oh my gosh, if I had, who's to say if I had been just a couple minutes earlier, that could have been me. You know what I mean? It's like there's these certain instances, and then it's like you take a picture and you're like, hey, there's an accident here, so I'm gonna be even a little bit more late, a little bit more, couple minutes late, because I got to find a different route. And it's like your manager's like, oh, okay, shit. So it's like, okay, that's a valid excuse. But then they're like, oh wow, that could have, if they were already running late, like it's something like that. It's giving that, where it's like, oh, you could have really been in some serious harm if you had done that. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy it's giving. So let us just jump into these cards. And Inner High Priestess, you guys. I'm telling you, you have this knowing to you. People are inspired, but they're also intimidated, because it's like you know things. You know things about them that you shouldn't know. It's like, I'm telling, like, you know that scene in Practical Magic where the ants at the beginning, she's talking to Sandra Bullock's character, the ant is, and she's like pointing to different people in their town who are all kind of like looking away, and they're like, oh, running away because they're scared of these witches, right? And she's like, he's having an affair with the babysitter, and she can eat a pound cake in under a minute. It's like you kind of like know these things, and if you watch further in the movie, again, spoilers, it is what it is. It's a movie from the 90s, okay? I'm sure you guys have seen this movie. But towards the end, it's like you come to realize that a lot of these, the main character, Sandra Bullock's character, she is like the last one to get chosen for like these PTA things, but she's so powerful, right? And people are intimidated by her, and they kind of say things around her. But then at the end of the movie, all those women that were like being gossiping and like being whatever, they end up coming to her aid. And you realize that they actually had this like inner admiration, this like inner curiosity. And there's a line that someone says at the end, it's like, there's a little witch in all of us, you know? So it's like it's like fearing what you don't understand. I see 444. So it's like you inspire inspire these people because it's like they feel you, maybe you inspire and intimidate the people who also have a strong intuition, because it's like they can, like, if they were to step out of their own, like their blinders that they have themselves in, or whatever it is that they're tying themselves down to, whether it be like, you know, certain traumas or certain things that they have not worked through or healed from, or refuse to work through or heal from. It's like the people that keep themselves in a denial bubble or something, I don't know, or who refuse to open their mind to a certain thing, but they have this, I don't know, it's like these indoctrinated people. I don't know what this is. I'm so sorry that this reading is so, for this pile, is so out of, it's not even like tying in. But it really just feels like you have a strong power to you that people can sense, and it makes them feel uneasy. So some of you are definitely from pile 1 because natural witch is coming through again. Some of you just have like a natural power here. Divine service. I think you also inspire people, like maybe you even are into astrology or astronomy even. Like maybe there's something to do here with the stars and the moon, and I'm even just seeing, you know, the signs here, the birth chart or whatever, and going through all that. So it's definitely, yeah, it's that inner knowing. I'm telling you guys, everything that, okay, the main focus of this pile, what is inspiring to others, is your intuition. Literally, you have such a strong intuition. Even aid here. You are a person who reaches out to others, even if they've like been kind of snippy with you in the past. You know, if this is for a greater cause or a greater good, again, tying it back to practical magic at the end, where, you know, the last thing Sandra Bullock's character wants to do is call a bunch of women that talk shit about her and who have harassed her for years and years and years. But she knows that she needs these, she knows that she needs them in this time of need, right? Blah. She knows that in this time of need that she's going to need help, right? Especially from people who have intuition themselves, or who have a strong intuition themselves but have blocked it off. So you could be someone who's a reader here. You could be a tarot reader. You could be into divination, palm reading, something, I don't know, but, or you could help others in connecting with their intuition, or reconnecting with their own, like breaking out of these like systemic type of viewpoints that we've all been on, like been under through, I don't know, I'm just seeing like, it's like you see people outside of societal lens. You know how it's like we all grow up with certain media, we grow up with, I mean, half of the shit that we watch and see on TV is, you know, written by these men that are not even in touch with their own, men and women. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and be all, but you know what I mean, okay? But when it comes down to it, if we're really thinking about like emotions and intuition, everything that we kind of take in from media always has this kind of like hammed up image, right? So I feel like you inspire people because you kind of break that mold. You're not you're not that lady that people envision with the wart on their, you're not that witch that people envision where you're just like sitting and doing like devil worship, you know, with like, that's not what this is. I feel like this is like what people kind of view you as once they know what you're doing, or if they see your social media, or they see your business, or they see, or they realize that you're doing tarot, or they see that you're doing, you know, such and such, or whatever. If I'm using tarot as an example, but fit it to whatever needs to for your situation. This could just be something that goes against the grain from like a bigger perspective, right? Like maybe you are someone who is, no, because I'm getting intuition. I'm getting psychic with you guys. I'm getting like high priestess energy. This is about your intuition. I'm sorry, like that's what it is. Look at it. Imagination. Like people think that you're like bullshitting until you really start saying things that are true. It's like, how did they know that? How do they know that? Maybe they have a wild imagination. But then on the other hand, like when you have a bigger audience here who really admire your imagination because you're able to relate it. You know how in tarot readings, you know, we use certain circumstances or certain symbolisms or things like that to kind of tie in the message here. This is what it gives me. It's like you have such a vivid imagination here. You, again, this is like you could be clairvoyant. Like you see things. You see it in your mind's eye. That's how you inspire people. It's like you see things ahead of time. Maybe even if you are like you're friends with someone and they tell you about a person that they're going to go out with, right? And you're like, ooh, I don't know. Like maybe you have a dream about it or something. And you're like, I really don't think, I feel like it's just going to go this way. Or if you do this, I feel like you're probably not going to end up liking it. And it's like, it's gotten to a point where you've had to like keep your information to yourself. But I think overall, once things come to pass, I'm getting dodged a bullet. I forgot what that song, who that song is sung by, but dodged a bullet, but you were holding the gun. Oh my gosh, what is that song? I'll link it down below. But this is what's coming through. It's like, I dodged a bullet, but you were holding the gun. Tie it in how it needs to be. Okay, Blue Jay. Intuition! I'm telling y'all. And I know this one was Messiah. So we'll just flip that because I saw that earlier. Ooh, with the Messiah though? Serving humanity with humility. Okay, so some of you might be into like, there's something here where you're into like Christ consciousness, or you are like you are into Buddhism. There's something here where you have a very humble approach to spirit. It says you are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that does not suit you anymore. Yep, you are a free bird. Like, this is another thing. Like, people can't control you. Even going back to the whole manager thing, it's like they know that you are like this free spirit. And you kind of have your own rule book that you go by, which is inspiring. And it's funny that I brought up manager because maybe you're even inspiring to your manager in that way, even if it goes against, obviously, if it goes against, you know, I'm not saying that you're being, you know, rude or taking advantage of certain relationships that you have or whatever so that you can get ahead or anything like that. No, this is more of a, this is kind of like a deep-rooted respect, but with a little bit of fear. Like, I'm so sorry. I really don't know if I should post this reading. This is so all over the place. I wonder if this is like a very specific person. Because there's someone here who is so intimidated by you, but it's like they have this, it's almost like they revere you in a way. It's like maybe you said something to someone that scared the shit out of them, but it was so accurate that they couldn't deny it. Like maybe they just didn't, maybe they were a total skeptic before. I don't know. And you said something or you did something or they were gossiping about something and you came and shut that shit down. I don't know what this is, but you did it in such a classy and such a to the point and matter of fact type of way. This is giving me like, you could also be inspiring to some people around you, certain friends, because maybe this is also tying into, I'm getting the example of a relationship. So if like you are talking with someone and say this person, after you guys talked for a couple days or whatever, a week or whatever, and then you see not only one red flag, but like 2, 3, 4, and you're just like, No. And then you end up telling the person and be like, you know what, I just don't feel like we're romantically compatible. I'm looking for this, 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 and this in a person, and you don't seem to be willing to offer any of those, or you don't have those traits, and which is totally fine, but it's just not something that I'm looking for. Or it's just like, you know, if you're looking for someone a little bit more emotionally mature, or you're looking for someone a little, it's just something like that where you are not, like, you're very kind in the way that you talk, but like this person would be like taken aback from it. It's almost like they would want you more, to be honest. Which, just be careful, because some people like to be toxic with certain things like that. So, but let's jump into your tarot. I apologize for your guys' reading for this pile. Like, this has been all over the place. I don't even know if any of what I just said made any fucking sense. I'll be honest. I have no fucking clue. Hopefully it resonated. If it resonates, please leave a like. Please, because I truly need to know if I need to stick to collective readings or if I should continue to do these piles. Because I'm getting a little confused. I'm like, damn, was this from pile 1 or... No, this was definitely pile 2, because pile 1 had like a really strong intuitive energy as well. But again, this, you guys could be in both piles. Well, let's see. What inspires? What about pile 2 inspires? Didn't I fucking say the Hanged Man? Look at this. I wrote that shit down. Hanged Man. Hanged Man. You leave people, it's like you leave them hung up on you. I'm telling you, if you were to cut ties with someone, if you were to respectfully and politely decline an offer, or it's like you set your boundaries in a very respectable manner and people can't argue with it. You don't even give them like the opportunity energetically to argue with it. Like, your energy speaks as well. Like, with your words, when your words are coming out, your energy is also speaking to this person. And so are your spirit guides and your angels and your ancestors. Okay, it's like, it's laying down the law. And they know that you have a power to you. Like, they feel like this, you even hold yourself with power. So it's like they get a little bit intimidated and they're like, ooh, I'm not gonna, you know, listen, you're someone who defends yourself. You are going to defend yourself. And I feel like you defend it's not so much that you defend your intuition, but your intuition defends you. So it's like the people that think that are very skeptical, it's like over time, without meaning to, you will eventually channel, or you will end up proving some of them, like you'll say or do something in a way that kind of startles them, and it's like shows like just how far your intuition is, or just how deep your intuition is, or just how powerful you are, how strong you are connected with spirit. Because it's like something that's like undeniable. I don't know if you say certain things or you know certain details that you just are not supposed to, or you just should have no knowledge knowing, or you have certain dreams about certain instances and you kind of be like, oh, I had like such a weird dream that this and this happened, and the person is like, what the fuck? Like that, like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy because it's like you end up reading them without meaning to. And then they get so hung up on you. I'm telling you, this is lovers, this is friends, this is even like co-workers. Like, and then it's like you're the hot topic because gossip was coming through as well. And it's like people talk about you. You are literally a hot topic, but you're inspiring to others. Like, people want to have what you have. The self-love thing. So yeah, that does tie back into pile 1 as well. But you're very healing. You give a lot of help when needed. You could be someone who has worked like first aid, or maybe you know CPR, or there's something here with like aid in the sense of, I'm getting like medical care. but you being the helper. So maybe you guys used to do, maybe some of you are like CN or RNs, CNA, MA, could even be doctors, dental assistants. You could be, I don't know if some of you are in school to do like, I saw 111. What is stenography? I don't know if stenography is coming up. Is that even a thing? I'm gonna have to look that up. You help others in a very tactile way. I don't even know what the fuck that means either. I am so sorry. This reading is so bad. I'm so sorry. Ugh. But you have 7 of Pentacles also and 7 of Wands. So 7-7 could be significant for you. You just have a strong voice. You have a very strong voice, because even with blue jay, I'm getting the color blue, which is like throat chakra for me. For everyone. But it's coming up right now as like the throat. So there could be something here with the throat, like what your words carry weight here. You have a message to speak. You have something, I don't know, like if you do have a social media presence, people are listening, and they should, because I feel like you have a very strong message. You just have some, like whatever it is that's in you, it needs to be said. It needs to be spread. The word needs to be spread around. I don't know if you have like a book you're gonna write, or if you have like song lyrics that you write, or you just have art that you do, or maybe you even have like you work on equations. I don't know. There's something here where it's like there's something in you though right now that has not been released. I don't know if you've been thinking about it or you've been putting like slow work into it, but it's gonna come to fruition, and it's gonna have a huge impact as long as you stay true to yourself, as long as you stay honest about the path you're on and about who you're going to let into your energy, right? We don't want to, especially when it ties into like dating and everything like that, we don't want to let anyone who's going to try and bring you down, or who's going to see your confidence as a challenge to like break your spirit. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. Yeah, like they're not going to break your spirit. So I feel like some people who feel like they can try to do some mind games or try to come in and they see your power as like a challenge, or maybe they even see, like they know that you're intuitive, or they know that you're a psychic or something here, and it's like they want to be like, okay, well read me, okay, we'll do it, and then like say you end up doing it and they're just like, oh. Or here's someone who's just like not even going to give them time of day, because it's like, I don't owe you anything. I don't need to prove myself to you. Like, who even are you at your grown age getting all hype to call someone out for something that they have like a genuine connection with spirit for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the heck? It's like they want to see you, this separate energy here. Like, I don't know if this is like dating, if you've had bad luck dating, but there's certain people that are not inspired, but you're inspiring, and it's like they see that and they want to just like, yeah. Or it's like they want to see, you know how there are certain people who they see a beautiful animal, right? Some people are like, oh, that animal is so gorgeous. Look at them thriving out there in nature. Maybe even throw a couple of seeds if it's a squirrel. Maybe throw a couple peanuts or something. It's like, okay, here, thrive, go do your thing. Then there's other people who are like, oh, look at that animal. That's beautiful. I need to capture it. I need to put it in a cage. I need that animal to be mine. That's mine. That's my animal. And then just be wary, because I feel like you do have this light and this power that some people are, especially like very entitled people who, in a dating sense, where if you are someone very special and say you don't vibe with someone, you know, I'm also getting the people who once they capture the animal, so say, you know, they took that squirrel, they took that butterfly, they put it in a jar, then the butterfly is obviously going to lose a lot of its vitality because it's stuck in this jar. There's no air, there's no holes for it to go, there's nowhere for it to fly. So it's like these people want to trap you, and if they can't have you that the way that they want you, they don't even want you here. Ooh, please be very careful about who you're letting into your energy. There are some crazy people out there who will want to, they don't want to see you shine, they don't want your light to shine, and they will crush it. They will do what they can to crush it. So just be very wary of that. I mean, I feel like you guys already are. You're very, like I said, you're very intuitive here. And the message that you're, I feel like you have such a bigger path. Like the path that you're on, you have a huge calling. You are so, like, you have Messiah, intuition, the high priestess. Like, be fucking for real. Like, you guys have something that is so much bigger. Like, you are in you have a direct link with spirit here, okay? I'm getting, like, you know those memes where it's like, if some, like, a minor inconvenience happens and you have that, like, person on the phone where it's like calling calling my spirit guides. Get my spirit guides on the phone. Like, this is the energy that's coming through with that. Oh my gosh, this turned in, I don't even know, but yeah, we're gonna end it here. I hope you guys and at least enjoyed this if it, you know, didn't make sense. But if you didn't, I don't know how you got to the end of this reading then. But if so, thanks anyway. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you're at. Stay healthy, stay blessed. Oh, ooh, ow. Ouch. I just wanted to say one more thing too. I don't know why the name Cassandra was coming up. Or even Sandra, because we were talking about Sandra Bullock. So Cassandra or Sandra. I'm also getting Ruby. And Iowa was popping up. So I don't know if Iowa has anything to do or has any relevance. When I say relevance? Maybe you guys grew up in Iowa State, or I don't know, whatever. But we're ending this, okay? We're ending it because I'm hungry. Okay, I hope you treated it as you treat others. Please leave a like if this resonated or you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate it and would love to have you on this channel so that way you can see the next videos that I post. I'm gonna try to do, I always say this, I always say I'm gonna try to do a schedule and this and that, but like, I just be doing. So I will post when I post. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, bye. I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye.